In this video, we're going to be finding out about a very, very successful meme coin that has already hit the market and is going to hit the market again.
Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
Got crypto? Got a hardware wallet to keep your crypto safe? Then you have to have one of these to keep your seed phrase safe. The Keystone tablet is fireproof, waterproof. You can use it to store 12-word, 18-word, 15-word, 24-word seed phrases. It comes with a full set of letters and everything you need to make sure that your seed phrase never gets destroyed or disappeared. Get one, get two, get three, have multiple copies. Use my affiliate link in the description below.
Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. I am joined by my good friend Simon Hooper. Simon is, I don't know, are you a CEO or something, or the founder of BLUI, or the one that first met BLUI? And we did a video about BLUI a few weeks ago, and it has launched, and it's launching again, and we're going to be finding out about this. Now, before I introduce Simon, please follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, join my official Telegram announcements channel, and if you're watching this on YouTube, we'll cut it out. YouTube is getting more and more censorious. Come and support me on bit.ly/CryptoRichOdyssey and bit.ly/CryptoRich3Speak. 3Speak is probably the best one, and you can get to earn Hive, which is a fork of Steam. Okay, hey Simon, thank you. You and I
always a pleasure. What can I say?
Yes. By the way, I'm going to say, if you're watching this, there is some mysterious background noise. It may be extraterrestrial cats, of listening in on this conversation, because this is a big deal in the world of crypto. So quite possibly we just have to include that. Okay, them purring in the background and talking to each other.
You got me concerned. I wonder who's watching us, listening to it.
Yes. Well, you and I did a video a few weeks ago about BLUI. Do you want to tell us about BLUI, and you launched it and what happened and what's happening and the price of fish and everything?
Yeah, all that. Well, I mean, the background to this is that I've been involved in apps for the healthcare sector for a while, went down the crypto rabbit hole, as one does. And about, I guess it's 6 months ago, decided to put a crypto layer on top of our existing apps to make it possible for those involved in care to generate revenue, to monetize their care actions. And then we were about to launch an ICO at the beginning of the year. And then that bastard, Sam Bankman-Fried, did his merry jig and screwed everything up. So about 6 weeks ago, I got two kids who are DJs. We're talking about PEPE, and we thought, well, why don't we launch a meme token? And a mad idea, but we live in mad times. So as you well know, yep, we put together in a very short period of time a meme token, because of course we have a cat in our apps. BLUI is the avatar that teaches those that use our apps how to use them. So we already had a crazy cat from the Planet Babazar day. So why not do a meme? What the hell? Put it together. Not really, if I'm honest, I'm going to whisper this, knowing what we were doing, and banged it out there, as you do. It went nuts. It went absolutely nuts. It went through the roof. And it went through the roof for lots of reasons, because, of course, what I now know, which I didn't know then, is, there's such things as MEV bots and grid traders and God knows what going on. But then the community started latching on that we were kind of a freaky meme. What do I mean by that? Well, we were doxed for a start. I mean, yeah, I knew what doxed was, but it sounds like something you do to sheep, doesn't it, before shearing them? But I was totally doxed, and so was the team, and that was unusual.
How were you doxed? How did they get your details?
I gave them. Oh, just I've got nothing to hide, and we've got our own apps. We're out there in the B2B world with our apps. We're out. I mean, I speak at events all the time. I've spoken at crypto events around the world. Why not? What have I got to hide? I'm not about to pump and dump and all of that. But I didn't realize the impact of that, because, whoa, look, docs dev. I mean, it was interesting for a start to a lot of people. Then they started looking at the project, the fact that BLUI is a utility meme, and that it's going to be aligned with the existing ecosystem, remelife. And so instead of just pumping and dumping, it pumped and pumped and pumped. And we went to, I can't even remember, 13 million, something like that, in just a few hours. Okay. And 5,000 community, and I mean, just insane.
How much was one BLUI worth in the beginning?
Oh, God, I don't know. Oh, it started off, obviously at that usual 9 zeros and a one or two afterwards.
Yeah.
And it went up very rapidly. I mean, you can go on Uniswap and look at the figures. It's still there. We haven't ditched it yet. But it pumped and pumped, but then it dumped, and it dumped because, to use a technical phrase, the shit hit the fan. We got attacked, as is very common, I guess. I found out we got attacked by Chinese hackers. We got attacked by porn bots.
Okay,
Hold
on, because you told me this before, right? Let's take it through. So you got attacked by Chinese hackers. How do you know they were Chinese, and how did they hack you? What did they try and do?
Well, we grew a community very quickly of about 5,000 in both Telegram and in Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And they came into our Telegram, pretended that they were serious investors, started engaging with our mods, learned things they shouldn't have learned. And by then we had a community of people who were supporting us and talking to each other. And I mean, I still don't quite know how they did it, but they started splattering our Telegram with pornographic images. And we then made a mistake such that they were able to steal our Telegram handle. So they then set up a Telegram with our name and then told all of our community that we were migrating somewhere else. And by then I'd become known as Gramps. The community decided that BLUI, the alien cat from Barbazade, was not the star of the show, but this mouthy old bloke, 67 years old, was... I became a meme. I mean, it's quite weird. I'm a meme. I'm a living meme, and that's fine. I was up for that, So I started talking and yakking, and loving it, because I got a few things to say about the world, as you well know.
Yes.
And but they then said, these hackers, that we started elsewhere, and they created 5 or 6 fake coins and new communities, and our, like Pied Piper, a lot of our community followed them. And anyway, it got messy and it crashed. And we thought it was all over at that point. But then a strange thing happened. We discovered that we had a hardcore community who just loved the idea that BLUI is a real project. We pumped and we dumped, as is traditional, but they saw that we were real. And they said to us, and we found we had a couple of whales on board, they said, we can't sell. We wanted to sell, but we couldn't because we realized you were real. Let's do this. Let's do it properly. So we spent the last 3 or 4 weeks putting everything together, ready for a relaunch, which is really unusual.
Hold on a second, before we get into the relaunch. So you found these whales and they said, look, we don't want to dump because we can actually see this is a real project. Not just like some empty, vacuous meme, in the way that Pepe Frog is, or actually Dogecoin was as well, but Dogecoin has real utility because it's much faster and cheaper than Bitcoin. And Shiba Inu, there's plenty of baby Doge and Dogezilla, whatever, all these useless meme coins that are just coins with a dog on their face or something.
Well, I mean, I won't say that memes are useless because I'm a fan. Because let's face it, what do? You can bet on the horses, or you can go to a casino, and whichever of those you do, they're rigged. Well, I mean, I would far rather take a shot at a meme coin where I can study it, get a feel for it, and follow it, look at the charts and so forth. And it seems to me far more fun than going to a racetrack and watching some knackered nag run around a track. I've got no idea what's going on, and all that's interesting to me there is the bar. Waste of bloody time. The casino is not much different. So I personally, as long as everyone knows what they're getting into, and they all do, I like it. I'm impressed by it.
Fair enough, I get it.
Why not?
I get it. But the great thing about
it's not utility.
is it's a meme utility. So it's got all the features of a meme coin. Backstory: it happens to be a coin with a cat on its face, and it's got this old man.
Excuse me?
Is it Gramps?
I know where you live.
That's right. With this old man with violent tendencies, as it's saying.
I'm not too old to wield a baseball bat, mate.
And it's connected to a real life project, which is because remelife is being used in the real world in care homes.
Yeah, I mean, the remelife is an ecosystem for those being cared for at home that we're building a POA, proof of authority blockchain, for right now, and which captures the value of personal data, monetizes care actions, and does a lot of things that make it possible for carers, for those cared for, to capture the value of their care actions and pay their electricity bill, basically. But we haven't launched that. I mean, you can go to remelife.com, it's there, but it's and you can get a wallet, a crypto wallet, and do some good things. But we launch that next year in about Q2. So this is what we were running an ICO for at the beginning of the year. That never happened because of, as I said, Sam Bankman-Fried. And the app, Remind Me Care, yes, that's in care homes. So we're a real business, but we're a real business with an old bloke at the top who really likes crypto and thinks that it has a very positive role to play in the world. I think it has potential for social impact. I'm a massive believer in decentralization. I'm not a big believer in the World Economic Forum and some of its stratagems to keep the rich richer. And so remelife is an antidote to the abuse that carers and people with dementia has, and a means to decentralize communities as opposed to having them be exploited as they are. But back to the meme, because right now it's all about BLUI, who's front running, if you like. He's a utility in his own right, because there's value in the token in the way that memes are, but at the same time, there's a VIP club, and that club has values. We're building games. We will launch an NFT collection. Everyone says NFTs are dead. They're not dead the way we're going to do them. We have a bit of a master plan that relates to how they can be applicable in a utility way to the care space. I mean, the days of people and 7 ETH Bored Apes, that's probably gone for a while. But I mean, NFTs are incredible things. They carry multiple capabilities, as we all know. So we have some plans, and we'll launch to our hodlers. And this is a joy of what we're doing. We've got a committed community. I mean, as I was saying just a few seconds ago, the weird thing that happened was when we crashed, I thought it was all over, had a few drinks too many, and then suddenly found we had these community members who've become our mods, who've been in this game for 5 years. And they started introducing us to the real players. And we started getting calls anyway. I mean, I've had every single sex call us wanting to list us on exchanges. We got calls from the big influencers. So, I mean, you name them, we know them, and they really love what we're doing. If you're an influencer, you've got 3 things you want to do. You want to build a community, you want to make them rich, and you want to make yourself rich. Pretty straightforward. Yeah. But that's a pump and dump game. But how about if you find a token that is really geared to go up to, well, the phrase that we use is 2 dogs and a frog. Where's the fucking cat? Excuse my language. Where's the cat? I mean, they're a superior species, cats. How can there be a frog up there and there's no cat? I mean, what's that all about,
That's right.
We've got influencers, and you name them, we know them, that are going to take the cat up there to where he should be, So that's the game. And it is a game, but at the same time, it's deadly serious, because, we're looking to make money to bring benefit to a community that's not even in crypto at the moment. Once we launch remelife, we'll bring in a large community through their passive earning of our tokens into this world. And that's what we need. We need a greater percentage of the world recognizing the power of decentralization and crypto. So we're having mad times and loving it.
Great. And we're recording this on Saturday, the 28th of October. You're going to be doing your relaunch soon, which is when I just interrupted you earlier. So tell us about the relaunch, how that's going to go, what you're going to do.
Yeah, so we are right now battling away with building the new smart contract, which is going to be a snapshot migration. So all of our existing holders are nicely migrated. We are finalizing our relationships with a lot of influencers and some really well-known people like Wendy O, who I'm sure you know, for example. I won't give a whole list of them because there's a lot, but that time will come. And we are building creatives. I mean, BLUI has a life. BLUI is, I mean, he's got a backstory, and I've just come back from the Planet Babazade myself, which was an amazing trip, which we filmed. So you'll be able to see that. We'll be releasing that soon. And the creatures I met over there, I mean, they're even madder than my mother-in-law. There's some really bizarre creatures out there. So they will become the NFTs, and they'll be visiting. Some of them are already here, actually, but they'll be visiting, and the NFTs will be launched around them. So we're, building our creatives right now, and we're also increasing the size of the team because we know big things are going to happen this week, and we will launch this week. We were going to launch on Tuesday, but of course it turns out it's bloody Halloween. So, so we're not launching on Halloween, but
you're launching the day after, right?
Well, it's this week. I won't commit to
Okay.
a specific date because we're building, and I think you know what software is like. Software is
Sure.
software. It's but you know, it'll be this week, and there will be an announcement. And anyone who's curious about the life and world of BLUI and when it's all happening, all they got to do is join us on Twitter, on X, join us on Telegram, Plan BLUI, and there'll be announcements and details and so on and so forth. But I mean, there's no doubt it's going to be mad because we got a lot of people who we know already. This is, I mean, there aren't many migrations that have happened, and it's pretty rare. So generally, people don't like migrations because, of course, it makes the tokenomics complex, and there is truth in that. But when you got so much support, I mean, this all started because of Vitalik Buterin, who I've met, and who was the one who, when I met him, and I asked him, you know, what's next? He said, well, healthcare. And you're in healthcare, aren't you? I said, yeah. And that's kind of what kicked it all off. And we're partners with Equidium, we're partners with Consensus. We've got a lot of people who are in the game watching what we're doing. I mean, they all said memes are not the world to do it, but I don't agree with that. I think memes are the world to do it because it's about community.
Yeah.
And what better community is there than the meme world? I mean, they're brilliant, they're engaged, they're passionate, they're committed, they're creative, they're a lot of fun. I mean, what better community to seed the growth of what we're doing, which is, you know, a remelife community.
Yeah.
So we're having fun, as I say.
Yes, that's clear, Simon. The other thing that is on your side is the timing now, because we're in the preparation phase. We got the Bitcoin halving in April next year, and then, well, a couple of fun years ahead, right? Looking good.
It is, because even a few weeks ago, things were dire, but now the meme world has blossomed with a number of tokens I'm sure you know about, such as Hey and so forth. You know, Sally did a bit, and just generally there's a vibe, and the meme world is all about the vibe. And for us, everyone's waiting to see when we launch, because, you know, we do have a very big community that want to see what we do and what happens next. So you're right. It's a perfect time. And then so BLUI will fly and bite the butts of the dogs over the next few months. And then
Cats
next
are
year,
smarter than dogs. Dogs don't want to mess with cats. Cats are much, much smarter. And the other thing that I would say is that, you know, it's great to get into a meme coin right at the beginning, or any viable project getting right at the beginning. And here we have a project that's is already working in the legacy world, building a blockchain layer, and then it's going to have a meme token attached to it, which I think is pretty exciting. So it's ground floor opportunity. Simon, is there anything else you want to let us know?
Well, I think the other thing is the creative element. We are looking to work with our community and start having them participate in the creativity. So, you know, whether it's NFTs or just games that we're creating, this is going to run and run. So there's a lot of opportunity for people to participate and really be part of a community. So yeah, that's what I want to emphasize, the community aspect to it, without a doubt.
Fabulous, fabulous. And I have all the links in the description below if people want to go and check this out and get themselves ready to get them some BLUI tokens. All right, Simon. And thank you, everybody, for watching. If you have any comments or questions, put them in the description below. Do go check this out. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with BLUI profits. This is Crypto Rich and BLUI Simon signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.